Ich nehme schon mal den Revolver.
Oh, what are you doing?
Also die Pistole. Wölfe können ganz schön gefährlich werden.
I can shoot. You know that. Why you gotta treat me like a kid?
It's what fathers do. I'm just trying to look out for you.
You can't just decide to be a father when it suits you. What about the rest of the time?
Come on, Jack. That ain't exactly fair.
1 minute you're telling me to be a man, the next you're telling me I'm just a boy.
It's gonna take a while for things to get back to normal.
Normal? Was it ever normal?
I don't know, but it'll get better, son. I promise. Whoa.
I'm sorry, Paul.
You don't need to be.
I don't mean to be moody. I'm glad you're home. I really am. It's just, every time you go up, well, I worry you're not coming back.
I swear, if it was down to me, I'd never have gone anywhere.
They can't make you, can they?
It's complicated, but it seems they can.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't understand.
Just some things you start have to be finished.
Start und stoppen.
What was your father like?
I didn't really know him. He died when I was just a boy.
Died of what?
Why do you want to know?
Oh, it just sounds like a good story, that's all.
Look, he's on to something.
Jetzt finde ich Biber, jetzt wo ich keine mehr brauche.
Don't give
Ne?
up now. Let's keep moving.
Don't fall behind!
Dieses starke Antraben und wieder dann zurückfallen und so, das macht mich fertig, ne?
Paul, is Uncle really your uncle?
No, at least I sincerely hope not. He's probably lots of people's father, though.
Why do you call him uncle then?
Folks always did. Probably because he's always been older than everybody else.
He was old when I was a kid.
He was old when I was a kid, son. God must have had some purpose for keeping him on this earth, but I sure as hell don't know what that is. Go find him, Rufus. Come on. He's found him. Go get him, son!
Come on, we can't stop now.
Don't let him get away! Yeah. That's it, Jack! Wolves! I see him!
We can't do this on foot, can we?
Man schon, aber ich möchte das nicht. Wo sind sie denn?
Don't give up now. Let's keep
Come on.
moving.
Damn it! They're coming at us!
Was? Die greifen uns nicht an. Wir stehen irgendwo und kommen nicht.
Get him, Jack!
Ich sehe sie nicht mehr. Wolfis? Oder greifen die Farm an?
Here! Don't let him get too close!
I'll get him.
Nein?
Soft on the trigger now!
Die armen Wölfis.
You can't be tired already.
All right, we should head back now. We got out further than I thought. Come on!
They won't be after our cattle for a while.
That was some good Of course!
Were you a murderer?
What?
That place where they held us. Ma shouted at a guard one time, and he yelled that you were a murderer.
Maybe. But I live my life believing there's a difference between killing and murdering.
What are you doing? Not for the person who's dead.
No. And I guess I've been both. That's how it goes. We all do what we have to survive. And sometimes it ain't pretty.
What are we doing here? Shouldn't we be going?
And in the end, We pay the price for what we did.
Like those rustlers who attacked our cattle?
Exactly. Look, when I was a kid, things were different. Rules were different, but that's over now.
Are you gonna mount back up, Pa? Hey, come on! Whoa! What are you
Wir verschwenden kein Tier.
You know, we
Kein
could be
Tier.
outlaws, you and me.
All we did was kill a few wolves.
Well, I read a book about a father and son who robbed banks. What arm Willie? That was his name. What are we doing here? Shouldn't we be going?
I'm happy with my 2 arms, if you don't mind.
Just imagine it, though. John and Jack Marston, most wanted men in the West. Are you gonna mount back up, Pa?
And what about your mom?
Well, I mean, we still come home.
You live in a dream world. It ain't like they tell it in books.
What are you waiting for? Let's get moving.
And it ain't no way to live life. It was ugly and brutal.
All right, jeez. I was only joking around. What are we doing here? Shouldn't we be going?
This'll fetch a good price. You'll have a farm of your own. You can read and write. Don't waste your life, son. Don't live like I had to.
Are you gonna mount back up, Pa?
Jetzt sei doch mal ruhig. Wir fahren doch, wir retten doch gleich zurück.
What are you waiting for? Let's get moving.
So.
Look out!
Haben wir das Gespräch jetzt schon beendet? Ja, aber. Scheint so.
Let's go.
Mein Mord fährt natürlich schneller. Teuer genug war es ja auch.
Go.
Irgendwann kommt gar nicht hinterher. Ach. Ich reite noch nicht mal schnell. Ja, wer zuerst bei der Ranch ist.
You're turned into a decent hunter, son. But try to stay out of trouble.
Wer ist denn eigentlich A? Wo sind denn alle? Kocht immer noch? Alle ausgeflogen, aber.
Howdy.
Ich gehe schon mal ins Bett, wa?
Howdy, partner.
Warte mal, es ist immer noch dunkel. Ich bin ins Bett gegangen. Geiles Geweih übrigens. Vielen Dank, vielen Dank. Es ist um 3. Es ist nachts um 3? Habe ich... Hä? Er ist gerade pennen gegangen. Keine Ahnung, wo mein Sohn ist. Meine Frau stand gerade noch am Essensherd. Ah, Hallöchen. Oh, hier ist ja mega kalt drin. Da war ich, sehe den Atem. Soll ich dich ein bisschen wärmen? Ich habe ja sonst immer, ich habe ja auch noch so eine Schleife von Minimaus mit Glitzer in Rot und Grün. Aber das siehst du immer so schlecht, weil der Greenscreen natürlich das Grün rausfiltert. Also habe ich das Geweih auf. Ist aber auch viel zu eng. Ich krieg davon wirklich Kopfschmerzen, ne?
John, we got a telegram from some lady friend of yours, a Bonnie something or other. Something you ain't telling me?
Bonnie McFarland. She's a friend. Saved my life when I went after Bill and nearly got myself killed again.
Oh, and now you two's in the habit of sending each other letters. How very nice.
It weren't
Wow.
nothing like that. What's it say?
I don't know. I can't... Well, you know I can't read.
Give it here.
You read that thing out loud?
I ain't hiding nothing. Dear Mr. Marston, stop. Need corn sacks. Stop.
Corn sexy.
Emergency. Stop. Weevils and moths ate entire county supply. Stop. Can you help? Not exactly the most romantic request now, is it?
I guess not. She saved your life, you say?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, then you're gonna have to help her and her family out. We've got a plentiful supply of corn sacks over near the silo. About the one thing Uncle didn't manage to have stolen while we was gone.
Okay.
Hurry back, John. And John, what's she like?
You know. A little bit like you, I guess. She's a woman in a man's world.
Oh, das ist aber nett, wer hat die denn verladen? Warum muss ich das alleine machen?
John, wait!
Ja, sie kommen mit. Aha, aha.
Maybe I should meet this McFarland woman. Well, come on then. Let's get going. I don't think I can let you go off again without me.
Fair enough. I'm glad of the company. You only had to ask.
Ask? I was waiting for you to ask me.
I thought you'd want to keep an eye on the boy.
Oh, while you were off cavorting with cowgirls in the next county? I don't think so, John Marston.
Jetzt
You only
war echt
just
witzig,
got
ja,
home.
das stimmt.
That Jack has seen enough of me for a lifetime. So, is she married? This Bonnie McFarland?
No,
What does she look like?
I don't know. Pretty normal, I suppose.
Normal? What? Normal like me?
No. Normal as in 2 eyes, mouth, nose, that kind of normal. Besides, ain't no woman fine as you.
A little flattery. Now we're finally getting somewhere.
If you find yourself in a hole, the first thing to do is stop digging.
Another pearl of wisdom from John Marston. I sure do miss those.
I never took you for the jealous type, Abigail.
I ain't jealous so much as curious.
You heard what she wrote. It's just some corn. She saved my life, and she was decent enough to me, so I owe her this much at least.
How did she save your life anyway?
She found me half dead on the side of the road and took me to the doctor. Most folks would have left me there.
Half dead from what?
Bill didn't take so kindly to me visiting unannounced.
Bill never did like surprises. How was he?
Same as he was when we left. Angry and dumb. Taking his revenge out on the world. People down there was really scared of him.
Of Bill? You gotta be kidding me. He was only frightening if he was afraid of dumb fools.
Bill weren't so bad, but when Dutch went crazy, Bill took it hard.
For a while, we all thought we found something right. Better way to live, but it was just a lie. So you saw before they did.
Maybe. But there was still kind of a family.
A family that left you for dead. You knew the truth, John, and they hated you for it.
Where did they take you?
Who?
Those government bastards. Where did they hold you and Jack?
I ain't sure. They kept their eyes covered there and back. Can't have been too far from here, though.
They treat you right?
It ain't the first time I've had a gun to my head, John. You're forgetting your marriage proposal.
Very fun.
No, they learned pretty quick what would happen if they laid a finger on me.
Sons
Will die
of
Story noch hören.
It wasn't them or being there. I didn't care about that. I've been in far worse situations. It was the waiting. I didn't know if you was coming back.
Verdammt! Ich war zu dicht dran.
You came. Thank you so much. We lost the entire harvest.
Miss McFarland, I'd like you to meet my wife, Abigail.
Oh, ain't you quite the gentleman all of a sudden? It's a pleasure to meet you, Mrs. Marston. Likewise. Thank you for saving my husband's life, and for teaching the miserable goat some manners, among other things. I didn't teach him anything. I know better than to try to change a man. You should meet my father.
Oh, people can change, Miss McFarland. John and I have to believe that more than anybody.
This is a decent first harvest for you, John. You should be proud. That's good land you got there.
How are you feeling, Mrs. Marston? From what your husband told me, it must have been awful for you.
I've been through worse, and I knew he'd be back before too long. He can't cook a meal to save his life.
Abigail, in my darkest hours, when I was most homesick, just the thought of one of your rat meat stews kept me pushing forward.
Well, about as amusing as a weeping saddle sore, ain't he, Miss McFarland? If you're gonna start yammering about women's work, John, I'd say you might be in the wrong company.
I'd say so, too.
I never felt so outnumbered.
Ach. So ein bisschen wie Maria und ich zusammen. Hätte ja wenigstens mal von ihrem Kutschbock runterkommen können. Aha.
Ma'am?
Doch verknallt die Olle, wa? Was soll ich aus dieser Geste jetzt entnehmen? Jetzt gibt's bestimmt Feuer. Ich warte einfach
So
drauf.
that was the famous Bonnie.
That was her, all right.
She's pretty.
She's normal, like I said.
Well, you always wanted to be a rancher. I'd have thought she'd be just your thing. A perfect rancher's wife, if I ever saw one.
I already got a rancher's wife.
I'm only teasing. I like her, and I'm glad she saved your life. Most of the time, anyway.
The McFarlands are good people.
She did blush better than a shepherd's sunset when she saw you, though.
I have that effect on women.
You clearly had one too many blows to the head.
You ain't wrong about that, Mrs. Marston.
That's quite a ranch they got there.
That'll be us someday. As soon as we get back on our feet.
I don't know, John. How many times can we start again? An outlaw and a working girl. We ain't exactly farmers.
We are now. Forget that life. It's over.
Do you really believe that?
We have to. It's the only way we'll ever have a future.
The life we led, that doesn't go away. It's never over. You think those government men are just gonna leave us alone now?
The old gang's dead. I did what they asked.
And that's it? A life of crime forgiven?
We're back together, ain't we?
Until they decide you owe them something else.
Sometimes I think I was the stupid one for believing I could get out. Maybe Dutch, Bill, and Javier were just being honest with themselves.
You ain't perfect, John, and I sure ain't. But you're better than they are. Than they were.
Maybe we can't change. But we gotta try, for Jack's sake. Even if we have to start again 100 times. Better than going back to what we were. How's Jack doing?
Angry, upset. He's been through a lot.
I hope he's gonna be all right.
It's gonna take time. For a while, his world was safe. Normal, even. Then it got turned upside down again.
He ain't saying much about it.
I've tried to talk to him, but how do you explain any of this? What do you say when he asks about Uncle Bill and Uncle Dutch? They were family when he was a little boy.
He hides away in those books of his.
Wouldn't you? It ain't like the real world's done him many favors. He's just been kidnapped. He grew up with the gang. That's no life for a boy.
We did our best to protect him.
Come on, John. He saw things no boy should see.
Well, now we got a chance to make it right.
Diese Wagenräder eiern mir echt zu sehr, ne? Aber hier ist das Gespräch schon vorbei, okay, cool. Ich hätte das vorher gerne zu Ende gehört. Naja, was soll man machen?
We did good today, John. I guess I better go fix us something to eat.
Wie sie wegrennt. Auch spaßig. So, jetzt stehe ich hier mit dem Wagen, oder was? Wo ist denn die alte Suffnase? Jedes Mal ist der nicht da, wenn ich hier bin.
John! John!
What is it, old man?
It's Jack. The kid. The kid. Well, I just saw him out in the valley. Seems your tales of hunting got the better of him. He said he was going up to the pass, track down that grizzly that's been seen up there.
Kid can't hunt a grizzly. Thing will eat him alive.
I know. I tried to stop him.
But you're worthless as a lawyer at a lynch. Damn you, old man. This is my son. Anything happens to him, you'll wish it was you that bear attacked.
Kommt der jetzt nicht mal mit, oder was?
Ja.
Lol, der kommt nicht mal mit. Ah. Dann. Schneller Rufus, ich habe ein schnelles Pferd. Nimm schon mal,
Jack, Rufus.
nimm schon mal die Shotgun raus.
Come on.
Kann man denn denken, dass man einen Bären erlegen kann im Alleingang?
That's it. Good boy.
Wir hätten auch den Pass einfach markieren können, ne?
Where's Jack? What is it, Rufus? Are we close?
Wir wissen ja alle, wo der Pass ist.
Hurry, Rufus! Come on! Let's go! Find Jack, Rufus! Yeah. Come on, boy! Where is he? Come on! You can find him, boy! Whoa!
Da oben ist nämlich eine Bärenhöhle, da wird er nämlich sein.
Jack! Can you hear me, Jack? Jack! You up here?
Imagine, du findest jetzt die Knochen von deinem Jungen.
Whoa!
Da war der Bär schon, ich habe ihn doch gesehen. Weh, ich habe die Pistole wieder ausgerüstet.
Oh, help me! I'm hurt!
Jack, stay down!
That escalated quickly.
Keep your head down! What the hell
Alter.
are you thinking going off on your own? You're just a boy.
No, I'm not! I can skin an elk, rake horses.
Come on, let's get you home. Now hold tight. Are you all right?
You're not leaving me here, are you?
You're lucky to be alive, you stupid boy. What'd I tell you about going off by yourself?
I go off by myself plenty. You just don't know about it. You're never around.
Immer diese
Please
Seitenhiebe.
don't stop. I don't feel too good.
So this is my fault? You disobeyed me.
I was trying to prove myself.
Prove what? By getting yourself killed?
You're always telling me I read too many books. That I'm
Das
not a
arme
real
Pferd,
man.
Alter. What
I
the fuck?
never said that.
I just thought if I could do something you'd like, maybe you wouldn't go away again.
Kann ich die Truhe nochmal looten? Ja. Aber Pferd hat richtig große Augen, ne? Oh mein Gott.
What's your mother gonna say?
I'm sorry, Paul. Please don't be angry.
I ain't angry. I'm disappointed. Don't you ever run off on your own like that again.
All right. Come on, Paul. I'll keep quiet, I promise.
What would have happened if I hadn't come along?
I don't know. I'd probably be dead.
You'd be a pile of bones right now.
What would you care? I'm just a nuisance to you anyway.
That ain't true, Jack. I'd do anything for you. You know that.
I guess there's only room for one hero in this family.
Trust me, son. I ain't no hero. I'm just glad you're safe.
Was war mit der Maus los? Holy moly. So, Jack, jetzt zeig dir mal, wie schnell mein Pferd ist, Junge. Guck mal. Richtig fast. Ich hoffe, du hältst dich fest.
Going after a grizzly? What were you thinking? You've only been hunting twice.
I'm not a little kid anymore. What were you doing at my age?
Bad things. Things nobody should do. But your ma and me, we didn't have what you have.
Yeah, I know. I should be grateful.
I'm not asking you to be grateful. I'm asking you to do what I say before you get yourself killed.
It's always one set of rules for you and another set for everybody else. You think I don't know what you did back in the old days? I'm not stupid.
You could have fooled me.
You think I didn't sit up and listen to Dutch and Bill telling all those stories? You think I don't know who you are?
It ain't no secret I didn't get these scars falling over in church.
But nobody tells me anything. You and Ma pretend like nothing happened.
We just want a better life for you, son. Now rest. We'll have you home soon.
Beim Hinfallen in der Kirche. Der war super. Musste ich ein bisschen lachen.
Come on, easy up now.
Dann reiten wir irgendwie auf dem Weg. Der kürzeste Weg zum 2 Punkte ist immer noch eine Gerade. Los geht's.
Go.
Schon sind wir da. Das war Feuer von Mutti. Davon kannst du ausgehen.
I'm sorry I made you worry, Paul.
Don't be too eager to grow up, son. Ain't as much fun as it looks. When you're ready to hunt bears, I'll take you.
Wäre echt sexy, wenn Uncle mal da wäre. Aber wie immer ist er doch erst da. Jetzt ist er doch da. Ich raste aus. Die Kamera übrigens immer ausgeblendet, weil hier so viel Story ist, die erzählt wird, ne? Nicht wundern.
Get up, old man.
I am up.
Get up.
Oh. There, I'm up. Well, thank the good Lord you're back. Nothing worse for an old man than sleeping in the warm afternoon sun.
You want a long sleep, Uncle? That can be arranged. It'll cost me less than food.
You always was a hard and nasty man, John Marston.
You always was a useless, conniving thief. And where's them cattle? You take them to pasture?
It's coming around to that.
When exactly?
It's easy to pick on the elderly. It's easy, but it ain't dignified.
Come on, old man. Do this together.